Piers Morgan has shown his support for Gary Lineker, but the Match of the Day presenter isn't too pleased about it. Gary has claimed he is doomed following former Good Morning Britain anchor Piers coming out and slamming those who want to see his pal fired from the BBC, amid the fallout from Gary's tweet earlier this week regarding a new controversial bill from the Conservative Party. The star, 62, also retweeted a telling tweet that took aim at possible double standards from those at the top of the state-funded broadcaster, with BBC star Prue Leith's personal politics highlighted as people examined the organisation's impartially standards on social media. BBC employee Gary described the government's new migration bill as beyond awful after it was unveiled by Home Secretary Suella Braverman on Tuesday, later adding, "This is just an immeasurably cruel policy directed at the most vulnerable people in language that is not dissimilar to that used by Germany in the 30s. The BBC, who are supposed to remain impartial on political matters, are set to hold talks with Gary over his social media responsibilities." Gary is said to have refused to delete his tweet comparing the government's new asylum policy to Nazi Germany and is not responding to calls from BBC bosses. While Gary may not want to speak with the powers that be at the BBC, pal Piers isn't afraid to send the publicly funded broadcaster a message. Speaking on his talk TV show on Wednesday night, Piers defended Gary for airing his political views on Twitter, saying it shouldn't matter because he's not a news presenter. Despite claiming Gary got carried away when comparing the current UK government to Nazi Germany, Piers added the BBC sports pundit has 8.5 million Twitter followers who want to know what he thinks about stuff. "Bad news at Gary Lineker, I'm your defense," Piers told his friend on Twitter on Wednesday night, as he shared a clip of his passionate speech with his followers. Clearly able to laugh at the situation, Gary quote-tweeted Piers' message of support to his own fans and added, "I'm doomed," laughing face emoji. Before reacting to pal Piers rushing to his defense, Gary retweeted a tweet from Alan Rusbridger, former Guardian editor and father of author Bella Mackie, which took aim at the BBC. Alan's tweet reads, "Do impartiality from BBC journalists is important. But at Gary Lineker is employed for his knowledge of football. Prue Leith, employed for her expertise in food, supported Brexit. So what? Ridiculous for BBC news bulletins to be leading on this." The tweet wasn't the only message of support Gary shared with his followers on Wednesday, with the BBC sports pundit also sharing another tweet which reads, "Seems to me that Gary Lineker is entitled to say what he likes at Twitter, he's not a political reporter. Just like the frequently voiced views of BBC actors." Following former Newsnight presenter Emily Maitlis getting behind Gary on Twitter on Wednesday, a BBC spokesperson referred to an existing statement from the publicly funded broadcaster. It reads, "The BBC has social media guidance, which is published. Individuals who work for us are aware of their responsibilities relating to social media. We have appropriate internal processes in place if required. Do you have a story to sell? Get in touch with us at webcelebs@mirror.co.uk or call us direct 0207 29 33 033.
Good.